This is YSM Sports Media. Want to thank you for all your love and support. Really appreciate it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and click the notification button for all future content.
One of your fighters, Thomas Lamanna, he lost a controversial decision against Brian Mendoza. What went wrong?
I don't know what the judges saw. I thought Thomas won the fight easily, but he just didn't look like the boxer that won it. The opponent was the game coming forward. Nice things, nice body. And Thomas was just jumping around. He landed the combination, let the guy get it back. It's just like he made so many mistakes in that fight that he just didn't deserve to win.
At one point, he looked like he was going to stop him, but he kind of left him off, let him off the hook.
Exactly. When you do that, you got somebody hurt, get him out of there. He even tried to finish. He didn't even try. So hopefully it was a learning experience for Thomas Lamanna and knowing that ain't nobody on his side in there. It's a one-man sport. You against your opponent. Ain't nobody else going to help you. The judge is not going to help you. The referee not going to help you. Nobody. You got to go in there and do what you got to do.
Now, one of your fighters, former world champion, Jason Sosa. What's next for him?
First with Jason Sosa, we got to get that weight down. He will be campaigning at 135 and whatever. First, I want to give him a fight to see if what we're working on is working. What we're working on is he grasping it as a fighter should, or do we need more time? But I want to bring the meanness back in Sosa. Not the boxing Sosa, not the jumping around Sosa. I want to bring that go-getter Sosa. The Sosa that got him the world title.
Yeah, the knockout Javier Fortuna.
Yes, I want to give them the Sosa that people scared of. That people was scared of, not the Sosa that anybody will fight. I want that Sosa that guy punching. And he punching with every shot. I want that Sosa. So once we get that Sosa back, I see Sosa being the world champion at 135. And I know it's a lot of guns at 135, but Sosa got what it takes to beat them guys.
Now, he's been in there with the best, Vasily Lomachenko, Berchelt, Fortuna. Why 135 now? Is it because he's been off for a while?
At 130, he was damn near dying. He was only, bro, when he walked in the gym and I look in his eyes, I wanted to say go home and eat, go home and drink, go home and rehydrate. You know what I'm saying? 130, I think he outgrew 130 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You can see it wasn't that he was just losing weight, he was losing muscle. And he couldn't gain that back in 24 hours. You see, all his fights, he was doing good the first 2 rounds, but then something hit him, and he done. Lomachenko fight. He was in there for 2 rounds, then he get caught with 1 shot and his body collapsed. Same with Berchelt, collapsed. It wasn't their punching ability that stopped him or their skill that stopped him. It was his body gave up.
How many fights before you want to bring him to world level?
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
But not no bum fights. I want him to get fights that's going to challenge and test him. Give him something to learn from.
A fight that happened, I think it was like a week ago, Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario. A lot of people saying that Rosario took a dive. Like, what did you think of, the body shot heard around the world?
I think that them Charlo's the real deal, man. They show that they they got punching power and they willing to go get whatever they got. Gotta go through to get it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go through whatever they have to go through to get it. Big Charlo was in a tough fight, and he showed that he can make adjustments to win. Lil Charlo just a real monster, and I don't think nobody's gonna be able to stop him. He can take a punch and he can give a punch, and that's something rare that you find in fighters. Somebody who can give it and take it. You know what I'm saying? They showed that they got it, and I'm impressed. I was never impressed with them because it seemed like with them they was
easy,
unquestionable
good day,
about
good
the
day,
winning.
good day, y'all. Good day, y'all. Good day.
About them winning. Like J-Rock, it was quiet till after they won. Every fight, when they had to fight against somebody, they was quiet until they won. Now they talking. Their confidence is boosted through the roof. Everybody want to see them. You know what I'm saying? And they do what they gotta do every time they get in.
Is it time for Lil Charlo to move up? Like if you was his trainer, would it be time?
I don't think he having a problem with the weight, and he doing everything he gotta do there. It's still a couple guns in there that he didn't face, that he should face. But with how he did Rosario and how Rosario did Julian Williams, I don't see nobody stopping that kid.
Big Charlo, who do you want to see him fight next?
I want to see him fight Canelo. Canelo is the only person that I think that will beat him, but you gotta see. He showed me he can adjust, and with him adjusting, you gotta see if he can adjust it with Canelo bring, and if he do that, then he might as well just retire. There's nobody gonna beat him.
A fighter that's, in your circle, Paul Crawl, just had a unanimous decision over Lucas Santa Maria. What'd you think of that fight?
Close fight. I thought it was way closer than the judges had it. But when you go back and look at it, Paul Crow was landing the clean shots. Paul Crow showed the ring generalship. Paul Crow showed the defense. Paul Crow did everything that a boxer should do, and he broke him down as well. The first 5 rounds, the guy was coming crazy. Every time they got together, the guy was bagging Paul up, and you know what I'm saying. Then Paul turned that off around in the later round. So, man, Paul Crow with me. Paul Crow, a part of Philadelphia. Paul Crow, I support Paul Crow. I was in the controversial decision with Conflict Thomas Lamanna. I was in the controversial decision with Avery Sparrow. I was in so many controversial decisions. One for me, why wouldn't I be happy? I love it.
Another prospect in Philly, well, he's kind of like a contender now, Jaron Ennis. Who do you want to see in the ring with Jaron Ennis next?
I don't want to see nobody but the top 5 welterweights, which is Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Earl Spence, T-Bud, or Keith Thurman. Them are the only people that have the ability to test him or that will test him. All these other guys that B-level, C-level fighters, he will never get tested. The top 5 is the only people that will test him. And they say Ugas. Bring Ugas on there. If y'all think Ugas to test him, bring him on. But Ugas will get treated just like the last 30 opponents that he had. Ugas is not a test for Jaron Ennis. There's 5 people that will test Jaron Ennis or have the ability to test Jaron Ennis. And them the 5 I just named. Anybody else will get washed.
Why do you think the top 5, they got their own thing going on. Of course, they fighting each other and whatnot. Why do you think the bottom 5 of the 10 hasn't taken that fight?
Because it's a high risk, low reward. Everybody want to get paid in this sport. And they know a loss will stop their payment. Stop that payment. And it's a high risk, low reward. So you can pay me $1 million or more, or I'm going to wait till that $1 million fight because I'm already there. That's how they feel.
Where's the balance between good business and still being a fighter?
No balance. Who gives a freak about balance? Everybody care about money. If the balance lopsided and I got $1 million, who care? Who care about the lopsidedness? Nobody. Everybody. So you got a couple fighters, and those are the fighters who stepped up to the plate that don't care. They want to fight. They want to beat this young kid. They want to show that this young kid is not what everybody claiming him to be, but they fail. Everybody fail. And the top kids that's there but not there feel the same way, but they're not going to take that chance.
Okay. Thanks, Rell. I appreciate it, man.
No problem.